See, so this story was sent to us by a listener. This is from Deadspin.com, and this story is pretty spectacular. This is a letter that a football player, Baltimore Ravens linebacker Brendan Ayanbandezu, he had come out in support of gay marriage, and there was some backlash by a dipshit. There was a letter from Maryland State Delegate Emmett C. Burns Jr. urging, I know, right? Urging the organization to inhibit such expressions from their employee. Basically saying, hey, you know, they shouldn't say things I disagree with.
Right. Not allowed to.
That's not their right. My right is bigger than their right.
Yeah.
And Minnesota Vikings punter Chris Kluwe,
I guess. Yeah.
He penned a response which Cecil, I think, deserves to be read.
Yeah, go ahead.
Dear Emmett C. Burns Jr., I find it inconceivable that you are an elected official of Maryland state government. Your vitriolic hatred and bigotry make me ashamed and disgusted to think that you are in any way responsible for shaping policy at any level. The views you espouse neglect to consider several fundamental key points, which I will outline in great detail. You may want to hire an intern to help you with the longer words.
Boom!
1. As I suspect you have not read the Constitution, I would like to remind you that the very first amendment in this founding document deals with the freedom of speech, particularly the abridgment of said freedom. By using your position as an elected official when referring to your constituents so as to implicitly threaten the Ravens organization, to state that the Ravens should inhibit such expressions from your employees, more specifically, Brendan Ayanbandehu, not only are you clearly violating the First Amendment, you also come across as a narcissistic Fremundistain. What on earth, that's awesome, would possess you to be so mind-bogglingly stupid? It baffles me that a man such as yourself, a man who relies on that same First Amendment to pursue your own religious studies without fear of persecution from the state, could somehow justify stifling another person's right to speech. To call that hypocritical would do a disservice to the word. Mind-fucking obscenely hypocritical starts to approach it a little bit.
Awesome.
2. Many of your fans are opposed to such a view and feel it has no place in a sport that is strictly for pride, entertainment, and excitement. Holy fucking shitballs. Did you seriously just say that as someone who's, quote, deeply involved in government task forces on the legacy of slavery in Maryland, unquote? Have you not heard of Kenny Washington, Jackie Robinson? As recently as 1962, the NFL still had segregation, which was only done away with by brave athletes and coaches daring to speak their mind and do the right thing. And you're going to say that political views, quote, have no place in sport, end quote? I can't even begin to fathom the cognitive dissonance that must be coursing through your rapidly addled mind right now. The mental gymnastics your brain has to tortuously contort itself through to make such a preposterous statement are surely worthy of an Olympic gold medal. The Russian judge gives you a 10 for beautiful oppressionism. 3. This is more a personal quibble of mine, but why do you hate freedom? Why do you hate the fact that other people want a chance to live their lives and be happy, even though they may believe in something different than you or act different than you? How does gay marriage, in any way, shape, or form, affect your life? If gay marriage becomes legal, are you worried that all of a sudden you'll start thinking about penis? Oh, shit, gay marriage just passed. Gotta get me some of that hot dong action. Will all of your friends suddenly turn gay and refuse to come to your Sunday ticket grill-outs? Unlikely, since gay people enjoy watching football too. I can assure you that gay people getting married will have no effect on your life. They won't come into your house and steal your children. They won't magically turn you into a lustful cock monster. They won't even overthrow the government in an orgy of hedonistic debauchery, because all of a sudden they have the same legal rights as the other 90% of our population. Rights like Social Security benefits, child tax credits, family and medical leave to take care of loved ones, and COBRA health care for spouses and children. You know what having these rights will make gays? Full-fledged American citizens, just like everyone else, with the freedom to pursue happiness and all that entails. Do the civil rights struggles of the past 200 years mean absolutely nothing to you? In closing, I would like to say that I hope this letter, in some small way, causes you to reflect upon the magnitude of the colossal foot-in-mouth clusterfuck you so brazenly unleashed on a man whose only crime was speaking out for something he believed in. Best of luck in the next election. I'm fairly certain you might need it. P.S. I've also been vocal as hell about the issue of gay marriage, so you can take your "I know of no other NFL player who has done what Mr. Ayun Bandejo is doing" and shove it in your closed-minded, totally lacking in empathy pie hole and choke on it. Asshole.
Bravo. I love this letter.
Yeah, it's kind of perfect.
First off, you got to admit, a guy in the NFL knows how to talk smack. So he does a good job, although he's a punter. So, he probably only gets like 6 chances a game to talk smack. But still, he does a great job in this letter of just destroying all the arguments and being funny when he does it.
Yeah, it's pretty spectacularly awesome. It's just really terrific. And the idea that some state delegate would possibly say, "Hey, you guys need to censor the free speech of your players?" For real? This is the kind of thing that this is the response that the world should have to that nonsense. Like, this guy should be just mocked unmercifully. And to see somebody do it with such aplomb and vigor is exciting.